I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. For the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching like, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need the full amount before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run it like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it.
I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient, be waiting, confused like what happened. How you get attitude cause I'm getting mad, cause you wanna take 20 minutes and a half. And on top of that, I gotta get gas out of the freeway, pick up traffic. What the is you doing? We gotta dip. Cardi, yeah. Watch your tick. Waiting for that last minute for your hell. Now stop playing games, go and bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting's on my time. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting's on my time. Took me 20 to get ready, yo. Shower moisturizer and the fit I had on yesterday. Uniform necessities, multiples of everything. Now your neighbor wanna come and speak to me like,
hey, how you doing? I ain't too bad.
ha. Hit her with a few fake laughs. She talking my ear off. It's sympathy I lack. I care about one thing. What up? Anyway, gotta pay a little more if we late to the jet. Gotta jet cause the bed leave at 8. And we got some fur on the upper deck in the orchestra. Gon' play a score for every album project. You ain't scared to change cause it's ain't coming out your pockets. My fruity and slip. I'm rude a little bit. Don't be acting so appalled. All y'all girl, let it put so much into tonight. And you just don't care. Now stop playing games. Gun, bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go.
Me, relax, chill, alright?
Tonight, just don't care. Playing games, girl, bring your downstairs.
Why you tripping? I'm coming. I'm finishing my makeup. Can you just relax? Like, this takes a long time. Like, it's not that serious. I think I left something in the house.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go now. Strike. Check. Strike. Check.
They'll start here with Jackson. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. And the Rams at 13-1 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Going right back to Akers. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Now a give. Akers running left. And a short gain here down to the 22. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe him.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. From the 4, it's second and a couple. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Fox, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Niners are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Now Hill. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again here with Akers. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Off of play action. Hill. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready?
On the draw, here's Jackson. And he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, You got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Johnny Townsend to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. He'll take it at the 42. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Yeah, they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it, and the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To try again after the sack. Murray. That's out to the flat for Akers. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They fake the handoff, now Murray. They'll roll him out right. Akers back-to-back catches. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for San Francisco. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Hill. He has it complete to Christian Watson. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Hill on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it, and the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. He's at the 40. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now He'll buy some time right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
2nd down, another carry for Jackson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
38.
They go play fake, and it's Hill. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with third down looming.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the first. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, our coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Hill on third down. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39.
Play fake, Hill. Flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, LA! In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Murray now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give up the middle to Akers. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Hill. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Play action. It's Hill. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Hill.
He'll drop this down to Jackson. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And he's going to have the Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Hill now operating from the red zone. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
On the draw, it's Jackson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 77 yards.
And the 49ers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for two? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Over the middle, complete to Judy. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now they send a man in motion right. Jackson is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, Jackson. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And some room to work. A big play there for the Niners.
First and goal, San Francisco.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Akers. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Akers. They try and run. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And
he's loose again. The 20. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Well, this one probably was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. In the ensuing kickoff, they were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spot.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Los Angeles, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Black superheroes. Oh yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a bro like me. Military mind state and I keep in a degree. You can label.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The